Good morning. It is Friday morning and I'm excited because it's the last day of the week before Art comes home, and tomorrow his plan is to actually start working on the kitchen cabinets because I think he's down to what? 13 days before they have to be done, and he's feeling a little pressure. So my plan today is to get the house all picked up and mostly clean so he can do whatever he needs to do and not worry about that. But I'm outside and I want to look at my hoop house. It's been 7 days since I planted all my seeds, and I want to see if anything's coming up. It's nice and warm in here, but I'm not seeing anything growing quite yet. Oh, I think I see something. There's a little green dot right there, and that looks like that might be a little seed. We'll see. The weather has turned cool again, so that's going to really inhibit any plant growth, and that's okay. You know, I knew I was planting things early. Boy, it's windy out today. I was planting everything quite early, but, you know, even just giving them a little bit of a head start like this should help for an earlier crop of plants. And I'm really, really looking forward to some fresh garden produce. The girls got some new fresh Play-Doh, and you're playing with it today.
And it's purple.
I like the color a lot.
And me too. Make it purple.
What are you going to make now, Mary? Did you make a snowman yet?
No.
You going to try making one of those?
Make with the knife or pizza cutter.
What is that, a penguin?
Yes.
Both Art and I feel like the house has just taken a turn for the worse, and I think it's because he's doing the construction on the kitchen. The way that I work when things are like disaster and you can't have things in order is I usually just shut down. I don't really do a lot of cleaning. I just bury my head in the sand and pretty much just survive until we get over that hump. Now, that works okay if Art is very quick about building the cabinets and I can return to a normal routine, but when it doesn't happen quite so quickly, the house turns into a mess. And this happened years and years ago when we first started the kitchen and the remodeling process. It was really hard for me to keep the house tidy because there was no order or focus or routine, and there was nothing to keep things, you know, everything didn't have a place because it was constantly in construction. So I've fallen back into that again in the last 2 weeks since Art started working on the next Snail's Pace Challenge, and I'll show you why. We started over here, we were going to list eBay, but then eBay gave us problems, so all this eBay well, not this is crayons, but all this eBay here was supposed to be listed, 2 weeks ago, and then I had another pile of eBay down there. All that was supposed to be listed, but it didn't get listed, and Art didn't want to put it away, so it got put in the corner of the dining room. Well, what happens when you leave something out when it doesn't really belong there? It attracts more mess. So now we have a kid's school book, we have a tripod, we have a recipe, a safety plug, we've got Legos, we got eyeshadow. I don't know what's in this box. I've got a rock here, I've got crayons, and this is something Art ripped apart and the kids have been playing with it. So that's the first mess. Then over here, Art started working on the cabinets last week, except he didn't put the things, neither him nor I put the cabinets back. So that's okay, except these went back here where they don't belong, and because the kids can't put the muffin tins away or some of these things away because it's all cluttered up, things just start heaping over and making a mess. And I can go to almost every single room in this house and I have the same problems. And I don't want to put everything back and make Art feel like I'm constantly, cleaning up after him, and I don't want him to make the cabinets because I know that if I move like those Sterilite containers back to the stove, that makes it that much harder for him to have to work because he's got to move everything back. So I'm trying to be really patient about it, but in the meantime I'm trying to also keep the house in order for my sanity and also for the kids. So with that being said, today is Friday. Tomorrow Art is hoping to work on the cabinets. I'm just going to work on getting at least the downstairs in order for tomorrow, with hopes that Art will feel like he can actually work on the cabinets. And then tomorrow I will probably just keep myself and the kids all upstairs, and he can just work up down here.
It's healing.
Does it hurt?
Pellets. No, not that bad. Little tail pellets.
Cool.
But they like melt on impact. You should come out, Charity. Come on now, Charity.
I might. It's like snow.
Want to eat one? Collect one. They're starting to get a little bigger. But you know what? You know how they form? It's because they get... Oh, big one, big one. I'm going to come.
Is it just our family, or are there other families out there that have this problem? And the problem is shoes.
4 shoes, 4 individual shoes, and not a single one of them match. Oh, look at Gracie.
Yeah, do you at least have like 2 rights and 2 lefts, or are they all lefts,
I don't
or
know.
all rights?
But good news is I did find these. They might be a little big for, but
They'll work.
they'll work for the time being.
Well, here's the problem. We want to go somewhere, and you have to scrounge around for all the matching sets of shoes. And I know where mine are. Mine rarely get lost. Janelle usually wears hers around, so hers don't get lost. But the kids, we have 6 pairs of shoes to find, and we can never find them. Well, we can find them eventually, but it takes a while.
It's not efficient for getting out of the house.
No, and we need to work on that system. Maybe if you guys have some ideas, let us know.
Maybe
I know where mine are.
Maybe we just need to purge.
Maybe.
And then,
that might
out of
help.
sheer necessity, they only have 1 pair of shoes. If they lose them, they can't go anywhere. They're barefoot. That might fix the problem. Hi, Mary Catherine.
Hi, Leah. Hi. Is it on? Can I finish off me?
Along with our meatloaf, we're having some carrots, the ones that were left over from making the meatloaf, some spaghetti squash, potatoes, and then some leftover cabbage and beans. Janelle's listing her Mary Kay on eBay, and right now she's getting pictures, and I am editing a video. All this on the kitchen counter. It's time for our tack ceremony, and this time we have 5 tacks to put in here. The first one is Arlington, Texas, and they sent us a postcard of the Dallas Cowboy Stadium, and we have 1 Cowboy fan in the family. Who's that? Right there, John?
Yep. And Peter
And-
kind of likes them. No, I don't. No. I do.
Oh, Lydia does too.
She likes them. Yay, we're
Okay.
buddies.
And the next one is Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama is this one, Mary, right there. Yep, Alabama.
John, okay.
Yeah. And let's see, the next one, Baltimore, Maryland.
Let's see.
Yeah, Baltimore, Maryland. You know where that is.
Yeah, right there.
And they were kind enough to send some crochet hooks to Charity. And do you want to tell them about them?
They're Turkish crochet hooks. I have not learned how to use them yet, but hopefully I'll learn to use them soon. Thank you.
Okay, next one is
Okay.
what?
Swartz Creek, Michigan.
Swartz Creek,
Yep,
right next to.
Swartz Creek is right next
It's
to
not-
Flint.
It kind of looks like Flirt.
Yeah, it looks a little like Flirt, but it's Flint. Okay, and I have been through there before. I'm from Michigan originally, and
He's from there.
we would drive through there fairly frequently. Okay, that's it for the United States, and we have our first Canada. And
Ooh.
you know what? It doesn't even make the map here. And we have a Canada map over there, so I'm going to move you over to the Canada map. The next one is from, it's spelled the P-A-S. It's either the PAS or the PA or the PAS. I'm sorry, I do not know how to pronounce it. It's in Manitoba. It's way up north in Manitoba.
And the lady who sent us something, she gave us a big box of stuff.
Yeah, she sent us this book, The Pa 100 Years. And this is really interesting because it's all photos from her area.
And chocolate.
Yeah, she
Right,
sent
and
us
chocolate,
chocolate.
too.
Chocolate.
And then she sent us a trail map. And then a newspaper. And it's really fun being able to read about other people's places. So thank you very much. Very interesting reading. I think that's it for the check ceremony. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you to all of you who have written to us because we just absolutely love hearing from our viewers, and I love seeing our maps getting populated with pins. So keep up the good work, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
For our tack ceremony, we also have our new thermometer, 5,000 subscriber goal. Well, we made it up to 2,097 subscribers by March 24, and Peter's going to fill it in. There we go. Thermometer went up a little bit.
We wanted to go
All the way to the top.